can't tell. I think my screen is getting a little dirty underneath there. Can you see that? Or, I can't tell if that's reflecting from the, no. I was hopeful it was the tea kettle. I didn't get that lucky. More cleaning to do. Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. We appreciate you being here. I have something to share with you today. Making a few videos today in between being in the barn and helping Miss Belle. If you're keeping up with what's going on, I have a sick cow. Vet is coming tomorrow. I just got off the phone with him. He is so nice. I have been able to find a local vet, a traveling vet that works with cattle. He is coming tomorrow. He has been very gracious, very helpful. I called the morning after Thanksgiving, and he was very thorough. Told us to call if we needed him. I did everything he told us to do. There's not really anything he could do today, because we have to wait until he comes, because I've given her so many antibiotics. She has to wait a certain time period. So anyway, so I spoke with him, but this is what I want to talk to you about, which is you need to develop a relationship with a local vet. Okay, I'm not saying, you know, run to the vet every 5 minutes, burn up the phone every 5 minutes, and have them out to your farm every 5 minutes. But we have a situation with medications, and I apologize. I already knew this, and I've known this for a while. And I did not do a video on it, frankly, because I hadn't really had to deal with it. And so it just didn't come to the forefront of my mind. So you're going to have a situation coming up in 2023. So we're at the end of November, so it's coming up pretty fast. I thought it was in January, but apparently it is until June. Okay, and it's going to impact you if you are a farmer or a homesteader. It could impact you if you're just an everyday person in general, but it really is going to affect me because I have cows and goats. Okay, so dairy cattle, folks that have dairy animals are definitely going to be affected. But basically, you are looking at animal antibiotic changes. Lovely. Are coming in 2023. You can absolutely Google this and get all the information you want. I will put a really good link in the description for you. One of the good ones, PBS Animal Health. I mean, come on. Basically, you are looking at things like penicillin, oxytetracycline. You're also looking at what I used on my cow last night, the tomorrow and the today for mastitis. It's a whole list of things. Sulfa-based antibiotics, which I'm allergic to sulfa, so I was like, not missing that. I'm not being silly. I can't get near that stuff, so it wouldn't be here unless it had to be anyway. But basically, you are looking at some heavy hitters that people rely on for their homesteads, that farmers rely on. So basically what you're going to have to do is basically have it called in by a vet. Now, I don't know, I'm going to find out more tomorrow, if I don't forget, because I'll be so stressed, with the vet here tomorrow, and find out specifically how that works, what to do. I don't think vets are going to be difficult about it, because personally, if I were a vet, I would find this to be potentially inconvenient. They're very maxed out right now. And obviously, especially if they're traveling vets, that, you know, you have few and far between on that. But basically you're looking at, there's a whole list, penicillin-based, linsomycin. There's a whole, I'm just going to list it because some of these I honestly am not familiar with. I haven't worked with. But this is what I'm talking about. And this has sort of spurred this conversation because I was talking about Belle. I have all these medications on hand, and that's why I went to Tractor Supply to get extra. I was concerned. Now they don't have penicillin. They didn't have penicillin, but the LA200, which is your oxytetracycline, I was worried that I didn't have enough for Miss Belle, and I was also looking for that keto gel. So I picked up extras. So, you know, basically you're going to have a vet step in and help you. They'll basically like call it in. You know, there's details here. It says the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. So this is by the FDA, announced in June of 21. So see, this is what I'm saying. This isn't new. This doesn't come out yesterday or last week. This was announced, and it's just not really gone mainstream, but it is now because obviously we're moving into the new year. You're looking at, in June of 21, that all medically important antimicrobials for food-producing animals and pets move to over-the-counter prescription effective June of 2023. So you can't just go to the farm supply store and get it. In 2018, the FDA laid out a 5-year action plan for supporting antimicrobial supervision by vets. The plan aims to address antimicrobial resistance only by giving basically medically necessary drugs assessed and to treat, but to control or to prevent certain diseases. So, you know, the saying is they don't want it being used hog wild for resistance. I can see that to a point, but at the same time, it's very frustrating for me because I try to be a responsible owner. So, and with as expensive as medications are now, I'm not really sure that's the overall situation right now, but I'm going to leave that up to you, okay? Here's what they say. Licensed veterinarians must determine the necessity, but you won't have to order the prescription directly from the vet. You will, however, need to establish a vet-client-patient relationship if certain animals aren't examined regularly. So basically, like I said, you know, it's really important for you to try to establish a relationship for a veterinarian. I know a lot of us folks try to do a lot of things on our own, and we should and should be able to, but I'm not anti-vet, obviously, and I want to encourage you, especially if you have large stock and whatnot, you know, finding a good vet's going to be important to you, okay? So I wanted to pass this information on to you. I will link the article. Looks like it is hitting in June, so that's good news. It gives you more time to stock up, okay? So you can make decisions on what works for you or what doesn't work for you. I will tell you that ivermectin is not on the list. I know you're expecting me to tell you that, but it's not. Not that I've seen. So anyway, guys, continue to stay prepared. Do what works best for you. You know, make good decisions, ask questions. But I do encourage you to try to start now to get what you need and to also try to find a really good vet in your area that works well for you and your farm. Because like I said, even if you are the best of homesteaders and can do all the things that great granny did and save the world, you know, save the cow and the world, things still do happen. And so it would be wise for you to have a relationship that in a moment's notice or in a massive emergency in this genre, that you can call somebody, that you don't have to call Jim Bob Cooter and down the road and up around the block and wait 2 days to get a call back. Because I can tell you right now, after Miss Bell got sick, the vet that I was hoping to use, that has been recommended to me and highly recommended, well, see, she doesn't service this area. So I found that out the hard way now, didn't I? But I've been fortunate to get another one, and he really seems to be great. We'll keep you posted. All right, guys, I want to pass this to you. Do your homework. I'll link the article below. Stay busy. Stay prepared. Like, subscribe, and share. And, guys, we'll see you on the next video.